All right, those of you at home that are wanting to work out this week, this is week 2 of our open season. We have 3 weeks, so we're in the middle of it here. This one here, week 2, day 1 for us, is a partner WOD here at the gym. We would love for you to be able to join us if you are interested. We can always, for those of you that still want to stay at home, if you're willing, you can come out. We'll section off a place for you to be distanced from everybody. You can use a beam for our wall balls, and we'll kind of put you near a door and all that. But if you don't want to do that, you can also Zoom in. We're trying to get people involved with some of the classes here. So you can take a look at our Zoom schedule, join us for that, partner with somebody at the gym, or if we have multiple people on Zoom, you can have Zoom partners and you're just going to pin whoever's video you want to watch there, so you can kind of always be looking at them or encouraging them. And so for our workout, we've got 5 different movements. It's not fight gone bad style, but it's going to be, you just don't have the rest, but everything else is still 1 minute each. So if you come in on Zoom, we'll take you through a warm-up, then we'll get you started in the workout. It's 6 rounds through all 5 movements. You're doing 1 minute of each movement, similar to that fight gone bad, just no rest. You have wall balls, 20 pounds for men, 14 for ladies. Then you have sumo deadlift high pulls. We have barbells. If you need to come out and get a barbell, then you can. But it's 75 for men, 55 for ladies, and then 95 for men, 65 for ladies at an RX plus weight. After that is burpees, just regular burpees. You have lunge jumps at a 2 count for everyone. And then leg lifts or toes to bar are going to be RX plus. So obviously if you're at home, you're probably not doing toes to bar, but you can do leg lifts from the ground in place of that. Any of these movements can be adjusted. So let's say you don't want a barbell, you can come and get a kettlebell and still do your sumo deadlift high pulls. Your wall balls don't have to be literally to a wall. We have several modifications. I'm going to go through those here in a bit. So anyway, all of these movements can be adjusted for those of you at home. If you don't want to get the barbell, if you don't want to, or can't, do all those full movements. Anyway, we would definitely love for you to be a part of Zoom. Get on there, sign up, let us know that you're going to be there so we can get that started and get you partnered up with somebody either here at the gym or someone else on Zoom and then take you through that workout. Now, to explain the movements here, the wall balls, you're pretty familiar with these, but men are going to be looking for a 10-foot target. So for us, it's the top of the top black line here on the wall. Ladies, it's a 9-foot target. That's going to be that yellow line. If you're at home, obviously you can get a tape measure or you can just kind of guess. The other thing is, if you don't have quite the height that you would need for a wall ball to be able to throw it up, you can just do a thruster here. So bring that down into a squat and push overhead, and that'll work just fine. It's the same movement. And then the sumo deadlift high pull, again, we are using barbells. But if you don't have a barbell, you can use a kettlebell for this movement. It's essentially the same thing. But what we want to do is get that sumo stance so it's relatively wide. You're going to reach down. The grip on the barbell can be anywhere from like shoulder width and in. A lot of people will go more narrow here, but it's not that big of a deal. If you get a little wider, then when you pull up, you're not going to be going side to side a lot. It won't get quite as unbalanced, but you'll get that same motion. Big thing to pay attention to here is with your back, as you're going to pull up, you want to make sure that you're keeping that back relatively flat the whole time throughout the movement. Same with the kettlebell. And then the burpees, we do these all the time. Not much to talk about here, but you're going to drop down all the way to the ground, come up, jump with your hands overhead. Make sure when you jump, you open those hips up. We don't stay leaned over here. We're going to stand up all the way. Lunge jumps, you just basically have to make sure that that knee is going to tap the floor each time. I do one leg and then the other, and that's going to be 1 rep. After that, you have your leg lifts or toes to bar, probably leg lifts if you're doing this at home. But from flat on the ground, you'll bring your legs all the way up, trying to be perpendicular to the ground for each rep. One thing to note here is with the partners, you can switch as desired. So this is, it can be in the middle of the minute. Somebody's doing toes to bar, they come off the bar, hopefully they don't fall off the bar. And then the next person can just get into the leg lifts, be ready to pick up where that person leaves off. That's totally fine. So switch as desired. It doesn't have to be you stick with that movement for the full minute, you can switch right in the middle of it if you need to. All right, well, good luck with that. If you're doing this at home, one recommendation I do want to make, if you're not getting on Zoom, you're going to partner with not going to partner with somebody, then make this 3 rounds. 3 rounds total. Go through all these movements 3 times, 1 minute each. Obviously, rest as needed, but ideally, you're not taking that 1 minute rest. If you want to plan for it, then make it a straight up fight down bad. Put 17 minutes on a clock. Every minute you switch movements. Once you've done all 5, rest for a minute, and then go back and do it again. All right, good luck.